tell you the little story behind it, that some of you know. Uh, After my stroke, a lot of things changed in my brain. And I have a hard time with letters and certain mechanical kinds of things. And even though I've set up sound systems all across this country, and people have asked me to come in and set up sound systems, since we moved, my mind is just, I can't comprehend how to set up our sound system. So for our preschool program, Friday, Palin asked if she could hook it up. And Palin went over it, so we have a sound system this morning. We can start doing some things with it. But it's sort of strange what happens to the mind, isn't it? But I appreciate Palin doing that. Reading this morning from Luke 19, verses 1 through 9. And he entered and was passing through Jericho. And behold, there was a man called by the name of Zacchaeus. And he was a chief tax collector, and he was rich. And he was trying to see who Jesus was, and he was unable because of the crowd, for he was small in stature. And he ran on ahead and climbed up into a sycamore tree in order to see him, for he was about ready to pass through that way. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, hurry and come down, for today I must stay at your house. And he hurried and came down and received him gladly. And when they saw it, they all began to grumble, saying, he has gone to be the guest of a man who is a sinner. Zacchaeus stopped and said to the Lord, behold, Lord, half of my possessions I'll give to the poor. And if I have defrauded anyone of anything, I will give back 4 times as much. And Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to the house, because he too is a son of Abraham. That's a story that goes way back. The kids learn in a song, a child song, about Zacchaeus. He was a wee little man was he, climbed up in a sycamore tree. Lord, yeah. You see, it's been a long time since I was a child. But that's an old story we know of, but it's a great story. It's a great story about Jesus. Zacchaeus wasn't short in Jesus' eyes. He was just a sinner. Jesus accepted him, for he became 6'5" spiritually. He became all that he could be. I always tell people I'm not short. I'm vertically challenged. And like Zacchaeus, I too am a sinner. But each Sunday morning I pray the same prayer. Lord, look beyond my faults and use me, a sinner, to minister to the congregation. Make me all that I can be. It would be great if we could be all that we could be. Jesus calls us to that. I would that we could see this morning how we can be the most that we can possibly be. Our scripture this morning also is from 1 Thessalonians 5, 19 through 22. This is a subject that every couple, 3 years I like to talk about, because sometimes our fire goes out a little bit over time. The scripture says, do not quench the spirit. Do not despise prophetic utterances, but examine everything carefully and hold fast to that